it's time for us to take a look at stories that made it to the front pages of our dailies. And as it is the culture of the house, we're starting off first with Daily Trust. Now, boldly on the front page of Daily Trust, Turji, hunted by military, kills 11 farmers in Sokoto. You find that on page 3 and 4. And there is a picture there talking about motorists trapped in a gridlock at Falomo Overhead Bridge in Marina, Lagos, due to the closure of Independence Bridge by the federal government for rehabilitation yesterday. That indeed was a very, very, very tight gridlock that did, affect a lot of people yesterday. At the top left, Sultan to Governor, treat all Nigerians as indigents. We took that story earlier. General Siga regains freedom after 56 days in captivity. You find that on page 5. And on page 6, Tinubu, Buhari, others mourn as Galadiman Kanu buried. Still on Daily Trust at the bottom, why Tinubu sacked Kyari, dissolved NNPC board. You'd find that story on page 23 and 24. For those who are curious as to why it's happened, there it is. Grab yourself a copy of the Daily Trust newspaper, refute speculation and actually get the facts in there. Now let's take a look at Guardian. On Guardian, boldly in front, Ighodalo rejects verdict. Okpebholo's olive branch heads to appeal court. All right, that's on Edo State. And still on Guardian, on the top left, Tinubu turns to technocrat for higher oil production and asset maximization. You find that on page 6. Still on Guardian, Trump slams 14% tariff on Nigerian exports. Barrow assures justice for 16 slain hunters, donates 16 million naira to families. And I can't steal to please you, Niger lawmaker tells constituents. All right. These are the stories we have there on Guardian. Do well to grab yourself a copy and keep yourself informed. Let's take a look at Punch. On Punch, we have just, a few headlines there saying why Tinubu sacked Kyari, NNPCL board said officials. President asks Ojulari led 11-man new board to achieve 3 million barrel per day crude output and $60 billion investment. That is a lot of responsibility being put on them. Like he said, he works with technocrats. So let's see what these technocrats bring to the oil sector. Still on Punch, NNPCL rises petrol pump price to 950 naira per liter. Okay. And Edo Paul Ighodalo heads to appeal court as tribunal affirms Okpebholo as governor. These are the stories we have on Punch. Do well to grab yourself a copy and keep yourself informed. All right, let's take a look at Nation. On Nation there, Okpebholo extends olive branch to Ighodalo and others. Tribunal, petitioners failed to prove case. And still on the Nation, high hopes from NNPCL as new board takes off. Experts chart way forward. High hope indeed from NNPCL. If not for anything, that name NNPCL has been on the lips of every single Nigerian, from petroleum marketers to petroleum sellers to middlemen. Everybody have been talking about the role of NNPCL, down to even with Dangote Refinery, NNPCL still pops up due to policies and discussions and conversations. With this new board, are we going to see something different? A couple of weeks, a couple of months will explain a lot about the president's decision and what he sees in the new board he has established and the new GCEO. So Nigerians are watching to see what actually comes out from this new set of people that have been put at the helm of affairs of the petroleum company in Nigeria. So we're watching. Well, those are the stories we have there on Punch. Do well to grab yourself a copy and keep yourself informed. And on Nigerian Tribune, still on NNPCL, shake-up, mixed reactions show Kyari's removal, appointment of Ojulari and Kida. And Edo Guba, Okpebholo floors PDP AAAP as tribunal dismisses petition against his election. All right. It looks like Edo and NNPCL had the day for most of the papers because those were things that, had, were in the news throughout the day, and people wanted more information on that. So yes, those are the stories we have on the front pages of the Daily. Do also grab yourself a copy. Avoid speculations, avoid fake news. Try to always confirm news that come into your phone digitally, one way or another. Try to confirm it before you circulate it or put it out or send it to your loved ones in the name of trying to protect them. Be sure of that information you're passing out. Where was it gotten from? How true is it? Find a way to confirm it before sending it out so we could curb misinformation the best way we can. And that you can only do from an informed point of view. Well, having said that, my name is Lilian Ogazi. On behalf of the production crew, we say a big thank you to everyone who sticked around the show today. At the top of the hour, we'll have sports, we'll also have business, and we'll have our news updates. So still stick around. We have a lot packed for you. But let's do Daybreak again tomorrow. Bye for now.